What's going on, everybody? This is Willie here, and welcome to my tier list of the best stadium cards in our current standard format. In the Brilliant Stars format, Sword and Shield to Brilliant Stars, we have about 19 stadium cards. We're just gonna go through all of these, see which ones are the best, see which ones aren't really playable. We got 5 tiers here. We got the best stadiums in the current format. We got stadiums that are in some competitive decks. We have stadiums that fill a specific niche. We have stadiums that you only see in rogue decks, and then we have stadiums that you just probably shouldn't play. Let's see, starting off, we got Circhester Bath. This one is one you don't play. There was a format with tag team GXs, right? Now in that format, while this would be good because those are basic Pokemon, your opponent was also playing basic Pokemon as their main attacker, so this wasn't it. Collapse Stadium, I would put this in some competitive decks. You see this in a lot of Arceus and Teleon builds that don't fill up their bench per se, but this is really good against things like Mew when you get rid of one of their resources, get rid of one of their Genesect, or that pesky Meloetta or Corey on their bench. Just being able to get something off your opponent's bench is really useful. This thing, I don't even remember what this one's called, but it doesn't let either player heal. Don't play that one. Unless healing becomes very popular soon, if for some reason Rapid Strike and Teleon takes off, I'm not gonna see this card being played that much. Galar Mine, ooh. I'm gonna put it up here. This got a lot more popular after Leafeon VMAX came out, and then you started seeing people play making those Galarian Wheezing decks with the Baby Moltres, and this card is this is like the best floodgate in the game right now. Just slowing your opponent down. They can't retreat out. You could trap something in their active. They can't switch while you set yourself up. Yeah, it's really good. My favorite, by far my favorite stadium card is just a rogue card. It's only used in the coin flip decks like Maractus, Whale Lord. There was some cool decks in the prior format with like Kartana. This was really cool. This is a really fun card. It's not good. Anything involving coin flips is not good, but it does make your coin flip odds a lot better. It lets you redo a coin flip. Like, I don't know, I like playing percentages. That's really fun. Old Cemetery, I'll say it fills a niche. Typically you'll see this in a lot of Mew VMAX decks. Is just a way to bump the one stadium we're going to talk about later. Same thing with Rose Tower. You'll see these two played in Mew, and you'll see just 1 and 1 probably. You just want a stadium card to bump Path to the Peak, which we're going to talk about soon. But yeah, I would say Rose Tower is a little better because it has a niche. However, your opponent can also benefit from it. While if you're playing a psychic deck, it's kind of hurting your opponent. Shopping Center, I would say this is rogue, but that's literally just one deck that's playing is the rogue Pachirisu deck. So we'll put it down here. I'll put it at the top of here though, just because there is a deck that could use this. The Skate Park lets you retreat with see, I had to think about what this one does because nobody ever plays it. Lets you retreat and then put the energy back in your hand instead of discarding it. No reason to play that one. Same thing with Spikemuth, but I would put Spikemuth up here because there was that one Spiritomb deck back in the C block era where you would put damage on your Spiritomb and just do a bunch of damage with the Stellar Wrist Jirachi, and you just keep getting Scoop Up Net, Switch, Bird Keeper, just keep switching in and out, put a bunch of damage on yourself with a Cape of Toughness, and then boom, hit 300 damage. Tower of Darkness. I'm gonna put this one in Phil's. Single strike decks are really good, but I would put it here just because, personally in my single strike deck, I don't play this card. Reason why, I'd find myself in situations where I'd want to use it, but you'd want to discard a single strike card to draw 2 cards. but the single strike cards I had in my hand are cards I need to use. So like those cards were necessary for me to win the game. Like I couldn't discard my Gengar VMAX. I couldn't discard a Houndoom. It's like if I had this card in Urn of Vitality, am I really gonna discard this Urn? Like I'm gonna need this later. Like you gotta be very careful with your resources in the single strike deck. And so that's why this card's a little more dangerous. That's why it's probably better to play something like B Barrel in your single strike deck as a draw engine. Because that's a lot more safe. You're not discarding cards there. The Tower Waters Hour, there's no downside to this one in the Rapid Strike deck. Rapid Strike Urshifu, this makes it so easy to hit that 150 Gale Thrust. And there's not that many other Rapid Strike decks other than the Urshifu that are competitive per se, but it's so good in that specific deck that I'll put this up here. I'll put it above the Galar mine. I'll put it at the top of here. I'll put it at the top of here. I'm not really ordering these, but yeah, we'll put it up there. I totally forgot this was a card. We don't need to talk about this. I think this, like, when you evolve into a VMAX, it heals a bit, but when is that gonna happen? That's such a weird scenario. Like your Pokemon V, if they get attacked, they're probably going down. And yeah, I don't like that one. Crystal Cave. I'm gonna say this feels a niche. It was a good niche for a little bit, but metal type is not that popular right now. Neither is Dragon. Yeah, you can heal 30 from your metal and dragon types each turn. It's cool. Those just aren't great decks right now, and that healing 30, a lot of the time, like the metal decks you're playing, they're being two-shot anyway, and then like it's not really making that much of a difference. I could be wrong though. Magma Basin. I'm gonna put that in Rogue right now because the only fire type right now is Entei. That's making any noise is Entei and Entei Ludicolo. And yeah, I'll put this up here. Just that's a good deck. I don't think it's that great. You're not hitting a great weakness. Yeah, we'll keep it at the end of Phil's a niche. Path to the Peak goes up here. This is the best stadium card in the game. If you're playing a deck that's not reliant on rule box abilities, play this card. I even play this card I play Crobat in a deck where I play 4 of this. That's all I want to use the Crobat, but that's how disruptive this card is. Like it's really important, especially against the meta right now. Against the Arceus V-Star, against the Mew, you want Path to the Peak. Thunderous Mountain. I'm gonna put this there on top of Rogue. I feel like these two belong in a these two cards right here, they belong in a tier on their own. Like they're good, but they're really good, but there's no decks. There's like their types right now just aren't hot right now. Like I'll keep these up here because there's potential. Okay, we'll do that. These two have a lot of potential. There's not that many great lightning decks. There's not that many great fire decks. So we'll keep those guys there. Training Court, I'm gonna put up here. Training Court is so versatile. You could use this in Mew VMAX. You can use this Rapid Strike in Teleon. You can use this in Urshifu decks. You can use this in anything. Fucking yeah, it's just that, like, just being able to get an energy from the discard every turn is so powerful. And yes, your opponent can use it, but you might be playing against an opponent who uses special energy, so you don't care about that. Yeah, really, really good card. Could be in a lot of top tier decks. And Turffield Stadium put in Rogue. Reason why the only time I ever seen it play was with Decidueye, and Decidueye, like after a while there was so many counters to Decidueye, just people stop playing it. That's the only deck it's playing. I'll probably put it at the top of here. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this list. I think these two are I definitely think Path to the Peak is the best stadium right now. But let me know what you think. What would you put up farther? What would you put down more? These two were really, for me, these two were the hardest to grade. But that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what changes you would make to this list, and also go check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/Willie_in_Japan. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.